So in April, what happened is Reddit started to publish a lot of AI generated translated content where they were taking their English content and translating it to Spanish and French and a couple of other languages as well. And it turned out back then that they are using Gemini from Google to do that translation. And even in the earning calls, back then Reddit CEO said that they are getting some help from Google to do that. So this was covered by Search Engine Roundtable back then, and there was some commentary from other SEOs too. So that was in April, just like a couple of months back. But right now what is happening is Google has changed the some of the translation rules to make it a bit different. So earlier it used to be that for the multi-regional and multilingual sites, Google used to say that use robots.txt to block search engines from crawling automatically translated pages on your site. Automated translations don't always make sense and could be viewed as spam. More importantly, a poor or artificial sounding translation can harm your site's perception. So this is what Google used to say in the policies, but right now this whole line is gone. And at the same time, there was some commentary from Googler John Mueller as well that doing the translation is alright if it's high quality content in some ways. And here are some of my like tweets regarding this as well, where I said that because earlier back in 2022, I have worked on like few translation projects where we translated English language pages to Japanese and did it this across like multiple sites. And what has happened over time with those sites is they have been de-indexed by Google, all the translated pages for some reason. And it's not like my story only. There have been other SEOs as well who have over the years shared that their translated content was also de-indexed by Google over time. So this is what is happening right now with translated content. But also, like, what I think personally is that Google should just do what they do in some Asian countries, where if you see this one, like this one, this page was originally written in English language, but Google did the auto translation by itself. So the site don't have a page in Hindi language, but when Google noticed that Hindi language might be relevant enough to show for this particular query as you कैसे करें, then Google did the auto translation itself rather than the site having to host that page. And I'm not sure like why Google is not like doing the same for the Reddit. And even as Reddit CEO said that they asked Google about the advice regarding translated pages, I am also wondering like why did not Google give them the advice that rather than you doing the translations and hosting all those pages, we can do the translations and just uh, show like what we do in Asia, and show Reddit content in search results in Europe and Spain, just like that. And so there was some things around like in 2021, I think. That's when I noticed that Google is starting to de-index the translated pages. But right now, if as this policy, as I mentioned, has changed, and now there is like some softening of the stance of Google on like hosting a lot of translated pages, it's going to get more complicated. But at the same time, Google is also saying that you need to make sure that the translated pages are somewhat helpful, which is like also quite interesting, given it's really hard to judge like how the page is helpful for a user or not. So this is the current scenario regarding right now. My personal advice is to be really careful if you are trying to host translated content, especially at scale. So if you have like 1 million English language pages, then translating all those to Japanese or French or Spanish language pages and hosting on your site is going to be a risky game, because you are not like Reddit, you are some usual domain. So that's it. Bye.